Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with CthuLoops. In our last episode, we got into the Whitechapel district and we met some of the locals and discovered that a lot of them are filthy degenerates who are suffering from various ailments. So I'm going to try to make some medicine. So I think there's... I kind of wish I could see... Ah, shit. We don't have any stuff for headaches. Ah, crap. Okay, well, I know this guy's got a migraine. He's got fatigue. This guy's got a headache. Unfortunately, we don't have a treatment for the common headache yet. But maybe we'll get there soon enough. Alright, let's at least make one for fatigue. That way we can cure that little kid. And otherwise, I think about all we can really do right now. Alright, fine. If we need more, we'll get more later. Where does this lead exactly? Leads that way. Whereas this leads that away. Okay, fine. I guess we'll go this way. I think we should probably head over to Whitechapel or wherever to meet with Dorothea, the lady that's mentioned in the letter. And okay, I see. Oh, you know what? Let me actually unlock the other one too. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if accessing the what's it? The what's it called? The hideout. Oh, I see. Right, I should have paid attention to the icon. All right, so okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what kind of freshly farmed fuck was going on there, but just gonna pretend that didn't happen and carry on with our lives because I'd rather not get into a tussle with a couple of level 14 scowls because they look like they could probably tear my butthole asunder.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
All right, miss, be quiet, please. I'm gonna cure this guy of his ailment.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
Yep, all right, here you go.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
How dare you? How unbelievably dare you? Can I ask you some more questions?
Goodbye,
Nope.
young man.
I'll not die in some piss stinking alley reeking.
Great. Wow, as soon as I'm done giving him his stuff and I say bye, he's like talking about piss and drinking it and all that stuff. The ancestor of Bear Grylls, obviously. Got a couple of springs. Apparently it's the #1 item to throw away in London. I don't know what these Londoners are doing with a bunch of springs, but apparently they have way too many, so they're just discarding them willy-nilly. Alright. I think this might be where we find Darius Petrescu.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Mr.
To
Doctor?
enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Okay. I see, and he's got bronchitis, eh? Interesting. Okay, Darius Petrescu. Let me find out what you're up to. Do I observe him from here, or... What's the dealio? Oh, there we go. I knew it.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I'd recognize that fish mouth anywhere.
The journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius.
Okay.
Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Journalist or the poet, so either one. All right. Well, I don't know where I'm supposed to go to find out the recipe for the headache stuff, but if I could get that sooner rather than later, I could cure a couple of people. I've been recommended to not sleep whilst I know some people are sick. Apparently, time actually progresses when you sleep, so if you sleep and someone's sick, they could either get worse or whatnot. Oh, level 12 and level 8. Well, I feel like I should be able to take the level 12 decently well enough. Alright, he's coming in hot. He's coming in heavy. Whoa! Shit! Guy's got a pair of lungs on him. What about you, buddy? Oh shit! Oh no! You rat bastard! Oh shit! I didn't realize they actually healed themselves when they bit me, but I guess that makes sense. Alright, let me bite you back. I know it wasn't you that bit me, but you know, just gonna pretend that it was. Fantastic. That was a good fight. Mostly because I won. Cigarette case and clove essence. Interesting. Okay, well, what are we doing again? Alright, we're looking for either Richard Nethercott or Clayton Darby. I believe Richard Nethercott is the poet and Clayton Darby is... I thought I was gonna get stuck there. I thought my two-stepping days were at an end. But, whoa, okay then. We're just gonna two-step our way out of there. Holy crap, I didn't realize that the werewolves were so common. Okay, got a couple of vomiters over here. Wow, what did you eat? You're vomiting so much. Good grief, man. Some Pepto-Bismol should clear that right up. Or some ginger extract. I find ginger extract really works well. Or ginger ale. I love me some ginger ale. Even though I don't really like ginger in my food. You know, for some reason, ginger ale really just does it for me. By that I mean like sexually, of course. Apparently ginger doesn't do it for this guy, but you know, so be it. It's not for everyone, I get it. I get it. Understand. Anything I can do in there? No? Aha! A box of pills. My god, this Whitechapel area is just riddled with people on drugs and shit. Just constantly lying around all over the place. Oh, jeez. Okay, gotten a, Ah, shit. These guys look a little tough. So we're just gonna give him the old Winston slip and just bugger off then. Okay, well, let's try to not get into a royal rumble with the werewolf. I don't know if I'm quite ready to deal with that yet. And the whole reason why we're not, or I'm not leveling up is because I don't want to... I'm paranoid about going to sleep and then, oh. Oh wait, no, this is just a civilian, right? Can I talk to you whilst you're pissing?
Excuse
I can.
me, sir. I
He's
have
still
a few
peeing.
questions for you.
Another journalist?
I didn't answer the first one, so piss off.
I'm not a
Journalist.
journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Why is your name Colossus Joe?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
The name is Colossus Joe. I don't get sick.
You're not that big. Okay, wait.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
His reputation? What exactly do you do around
May
here?
I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
I just want to, like, you know, shove his face down into his butt. As in, like, rip his face off and then put it where his
Goodbye,
butt would
Mr.
be.
Peterson.
Make him fart in his own face. That would be an awesome way to kill someone. Wouldn't you agree?
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Do you need help, sir?
I only need you to purchase something from my shop, sir.
Very clever.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
She's an excellent nurse. Sure, blame the migrants. She's just trying to help.
So she's trying to help her fellow immigrants. Why would that make her a villain?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
I see.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Interesting. You know what would help your business is getting a better face. I would say maybe go to someone who looks really handsome, rip his face off, and then rip your face off, and then just shove your face up your butt, and then just die.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Speaking of mugs,
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
they probably got a good look at your face and realized how ugly you are, so they just, you know, couldn't help themselves. Understandable. I'm about to do the same, actually. Alright. Hints required. Okay, what all? Let's
Right
trade.
then. Show me what you have.
Show me what you got. A lot of springs. You know, I found a lot of these in the garbage. I don't know if you really want to sell this crap, but sure. Okay, I don't really want to sell anything, so... Alright, cool.
Price, good quality.
You're late.
Come
Where's
on,
my
take a
money?
look. Don't
Fucking
get
this
paid.
guy keeps knocking while I'm talking to this ugly bastard.
Cheap price,
Good
quality.
grief.
Come on, take a look. Don't
Okay, what's in here? Hello?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Okay.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
I didn't ask you your name,
Pain
punk.
and suffering in this world.
Harry Peterson's house. Alright, Harry, as a doctor, I need to go through everything that you have in your house just to make sure that these things are not poisoning you, and it's a good thing I have gone through your stuff, Harry. You have a large box of pills with, just unmarked tablets. Good grief, Harry. What if you just swallowed the entire thing, including the box itself, and died from as a result of having eaten
It's locked, all right.
all the pills plus the box at the same time, and also 5 shillings. Because as we all know, the human animal, as soon as waking up, likes to eat everything that's on their nightstand. So you could have eaten 5 shillings as a breakfast.
Is
That
only pain
probably
and
wouldn't have done you any
suffering in
good.
this world.
I did pick something up though, and it is the... Where is it? Job refusal letter. Do I need to read any of that? I guess not. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife, but it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed Wet Boot Boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have our deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Sincerely, R.D. Harper. Holy crap! That's insane. Like, the fact that they're... whoa. Oh, I see. Swambower Milk Elixir is a con. That's great. And now... Oh, I see. That's the brother. Okay, cool. And now we know about Joe Peterson. Oh, I see. This guy's the father. I get it. I understand now. Okay, I get it. Right. I see. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh, the fact that they actually sent like a refusal letter is incredible. Fucking like.
Even my dreams.
Do you know how few employers actually do that? Like, even just give people a call saying, "Hey, sorry, we couldn't accept your application or whatever." Fucking hell, they used to do that in the Victorian days. Insane.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Your face?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Is that really her diagnosis, that you should go out more?
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
I'm not that kind of doctor, but it looks like he requires treatment for fatigue.
I will see you later.
Right, okay. Well, we'll get you that, don't you worry.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, What can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Fantastic.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Well, with a little bit of tidying up, you know, it could be. You have a place to call home, your situation can only improve. Your father did his best.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Let me guess, you walked outside and you saw a mirror. Badumch.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
It's hardly his fault, though.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Alright, well, we'll be back with a treatment for your fatigue then.
With gloom.
Wow. You hear that? Even his dreams are soaked with gloom. What the hell? Okay, so I think Clayton is in the area. Right. Miss, who are you?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking
Wow,
for what
we
you're
were.
selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Interesting.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
What do you got? Fatigue. Alright, a lot of people with
will see you
fatigue.
later.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can negotiate my price.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Well, it's all because of Brexit, so, yeah, you can blame Brexit on that. I don't judge you. This was your decision to sell your body. You should try to find another job. I don't judge you.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
I said I don't judge you. Why don't you open up? Open up your jacket.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Alright,
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Is it their teeth? Yeah, I bet it's their teeth. Alright, anything else?
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Also, how did I know her name was Papa? She never said that she never even said her name. How did I know that her name was Papa? Who is this guy? Ah, man of the cloth. For a second, because his, his clothes were sticking up a little bit, it looked like he had a massive badonkadonk. Who is this guy? This guy looks like a journalist.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Well, let me ask about the other stuff first.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Why is your tie so short?
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Huh.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish Influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
But it's kind of necessary. It's a disgrace, it's criminal, it's only logical. Well, isn't he trying to find out more about the Spanish influenza?
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Okay.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
There's a rational explanation. My rationalism has been recently shaken. It's not a simple epidemic.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Well, you're in for a surprise, buddy, because Brexit's happening.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
Not with that breath, he doesn't.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Interesting. Alright, anything else? Alright, no, we're
Goodbye,
good.
Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Oh wait, I should have asked him about his health. One
Good
sec.
evening, Doctor. Can I?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
Yeah, what do you got, son? Fatigue.
I will see you later.
Man, everyone and their dog
Goodbye,
is
Mr.
fatigue.
Darby.
Hot damn. Alright. Let's see. So, bronchitis, which we have a cure for. Migraine, anything headache related, we don't have any cure for. Fatigue. Fatigue. Okay. Alright, well, at least we're figuring out who all these people are. Making good progress here, and this guy's got a headache, which we need to cure. So I won't be sleeping until I at least have the cure for the headache. Which I'm hoping I can find soon, because I'd really rather not, you know, leave them to suffer for too long. Alright, well, I think we're gonna end the episode off here for now. We'll come back tomorrow. Hope that we find the cure for the headache, or treatment for the headache, or whatever. Besides, you know, chopping their heads off, which I've tried, believe you me, but those scales don't appear to be showing a good prognosis and all that, so yeah. So yeah, we'll continue on from there. So for now, thanks for watching and have good breakfast.
Even now, he judges your words and actions.
Good grief.